trouble with Crescendum. He's okay, the chance
no.
to connect as well! Big Bomba! You give yourself a double over to the Dragon. Let's go, Dovahkiin! UCal has launched this game into submission.
Oh, and now the game looks so different. You had the Rylai's already onto UCal, who now walks away from this fight with 2 kills. And for all the early pressure JL put out, the early snowballing they potentially could have had around that Herald and that fight, the 2 kills they had in their RE, that is not in the conversation now. UCal is online, and a lot of this comes from AL. They didn't use their vision on bot side well. They didn't look for the play in the correct kind of timing. Their snowball play is just not right.
UCal in trouble. Everfrost there. His ulti doesn't do much. UCal has just come in to die. That looks like Parthenac more than the Dragonborn. As anyone's legend have Hoya against the wall. Double kill to the solo laners. TT are just throwing it away.
I mean, did St. George's Day happen early this year? I'm not really sure what's happened in the last few minutes from UCal. Serious overestimation of what he can do with the space he's been given. He's playing around in 1v2s, 2v2s, doesn't respect the teleport coming through, and ZDZ luckily gets to make something of it. And now suddenly the last play AL could capitalize on, with 2 players dead now from TT. Can they get more?
Well, without a Dragon, without Hoya for 20 seconds, absolutely. From someone,
yeah,
right? Actually clarifying, he doesn't have Gathering Storm. It's Aurelion, so he's got Scorch. So, thank our production team for that one. But that's just like, rough as ZDT. Okay. It might not even matter here because Yao Yao has found the charm over with the Breath of Light. Look at the damage it does.
The first kill into the ZDZ in the bot side meant that the Jax wasn't around for TT to fight over Vision. They don't have Vision on that top side. ZDZ gets caught out. Fong Fong.
Okay, the flash. He flashes in response. Sephiroth heals him up, but not in time. Cyclone's been used though, and here we go. The ulti comes through, but it doesn't really do anything. Hoya needs to get a good explosive cast here, and against the wall, Betty is going to be hit, but still Aurelion's off the back of the replay.
Yeah, a lot of that gold is going to be going on to Lien in that jungle. As you said, that Shahu's also going to go topside, so we'll see if any of that gold can be clawed back again into Waver's favor in his topside. Shahu being the second jungler, as he always is.
He doesn't have the stun until now. All out, Drum on a journey. The Shy! What? Oh, that was a mistake. That was just a mistake!
I think he took a bit of a longer hop over that wall than he would have really liked to. All outs over the wall. Really awkward mistake at that point. Takes him away from Shahu. Shahu didn't even get to use his stun. He hadn't managed to charge up everything at that point. So Cube just kind of walks away, has the Blade of the Rune King, and absolutely mullers the Shy with it.
There's this great emote on Twitch at the moment. You know, the Saul Goodman one. The one of him getting picture, going to jail. You know, the flash of the camera. I can't remember what it's called, but still, it's just the perfect one for the Shy from that moment. So much teleport to be using, but it feels like it at 4K, 3K, 2K. Caster coming in for the still flashes in. No! Oh, he gets it! Sneaky no more. Shahu over the wall, he'll be hooked in, but why did you pull Annie in? She'll do a bit of damage before she dies. Maybe it's okay. His light is taken on Cube over the wall. Lien now there. He gets the reset. The Baron was stolen, but Wavo a bridge too far. A triple before he dies. The Shy can't get Strive. The flash shot in, but the all out is all done and dead. We have RA with the ace after a blitz of a fight.
What the heck just happened in that one? Rare Atom. Awesome understanding that they had the damage and the vision control to force themselves towards Baron. Couldn't quite finish it down though. Maybe if the Pursume could have gotten there a couple of seconds earlier, get a crit onto the Baron or to do with that Jinx and a couple of items, that could have changed things. Southwind could not silence Caster in time for it. The fight, of course, very explosive beyond that point, and they do at least walk away with a huge amount of gold. The end does get to reset. So let's go and highlight some of the big things which happened. Rare Adam, they are looking to finish this. But key fight again, Shahu, really star playmaker as always. Lian's going towards bot side. Shy, he gets absolutely shredded by Viego at the point.
Might have to use the all out. Better late than never. Zap not going to connect, but still there's the Heartbreaker all out slate. The duo that's destroying Weibo Gaming sync up, and now they have an angle through bot.
It's really hard to angle your ult decks. You have to ult through someone. You had the flash. I think the Shy actually at that point just says, look, it's actually better for me to die and save my flash for a bigger fight, unless it leads to a game-ending play.
Oh, Shahu going golden. The explosive card dodged away. Nice timing here from the mid laner of Weibo Gaming. Chris is going to get them out with Shirelius as 4 members versus 5. Caster, the all-in cyclone. Is it heroic enough? No, he's just dead. Gets a reset as well. Loya now has a pass in on Chris. He'll find himself a Heartbreaker good as well. GA is on top for the man known as Light. He gets out, but not before a Super rockets him down. Weibo have been aced, and Rare Adam may be out, but they're not forgotten. Weibo to get a game to lock in fourth. They won't be given the chance here in the first game. BLG is sitting from the back end saying, thank you, RA, for making things look pretty as a peach. Game 1 over to RA. Weibo sitting the bench. We'll have to see how they recover from this one after some pristine gameplay from our red-sided team.
And in one of their very first games in spring 2023, Rare Adam pulled out the Viego, and as a team got 0 kills. They got absolutely monstered in that series way back then. And in their very last series of spring 2023, it's the Viego which leads the charge through the early game, through the mid game, and then the late game team fights to see them through to a Game 1 victory. Now, Weibo, of course, do have an extra chance to pick up a game here, but you can see what Rare Adam can do when they're on form.
And again, just explanation, because I feel like people need to understand this. Because of the game, they're no level 6, but he's going to make a charm misses. Spirit Rush under turret. The Shy getting good damage, but not against Strive. He takes a turret shot, but not too many. Strive will get the kill. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, again, Chris is going to go in and bail out, but doesn't get bailed out indeed. Southwind now running back. The turret won't save his life. Why? He tried to flash over the wall, but he absolutely ran it.
Oh, taken down by the other half of the Lovers duo. Southwind tries to make a tricky flash. I don't think he lives either way, not gonna lie. I mean, it's not like you've got your Ahri ready to run from mid to help get yourself out of that situation. So Rare Adam had themselves a pretty good early laning phase, assumed on multiple occasions, getting onto max stacks, getting big bursts. Now, they do manage to take down Crisp at this point. Sadly, for Weibo, they don't get themselves that last auto attack before the bailout. Runs the HP bar down, and the less we say about that, the better.
I guess ambitiously trying to get over the wall, but a double's given over to Light. And even though we saw the early contaminate, Nymera, even though we saw Assume getting ahead, this lane now flips back to the other side because there's a bit of a CS lead. And Light, once again, is in a position of power in this game too. I think it's also important to note that bottom lane for RA now has no summoners.
Yeah, and that means that when Caster's looking towards Seer, who has level 6, and the Observers are playing with, this can happen.
He was not hiding. Handshake, feathers fly, another double, and guess what? RA are in trouble.
Yeah, I was dying, says the Twitch as it goes down for a second time in as many minutes, it feels like. Building up towards the Blade Throwing King does not have that just yet. And on the other side, you have a cult still ticking down on Zyra. It's not like you've got a cult to none and a mismatch in that sense. Light's going to get turret plates, has 4 kills, as you've just said. Now, Light, much like that last game, is getting the individual advantage in that AD carry role.
Liberated is now for Strive. Frost is there, but Caster can't get back in range. Instead, pops it late. Instead, Loyan ceases and desists his actions. The Shy says, is it my turn now? But he will not get any more. Loyan stunned up while 4 members chase after Mike Shy. He's got flash, but doesn't want to burn it. Dragons in front of them, and for the first time this game, RA should be securing this objective.
You can see the Xayah is actually really struggling once we've left this early lane and go into trying to trade off this mid lane wave control kind of setting. This is what bot lanes tend to do. When you lose the first tower in bot lane in either side, bot lanes head towards mid lane. But if Xayah ever overpushes into the buy, into the huge play, and here they go.
Quickness comes through. I mean, Light is going to get out, though. That's a big deal as Caster's absorbing the damage. Assume has to use the QSS. The Shy running in. He's got no Mega Knight. He was charmed. He'll be bailed out safe, but still dying down as a trade. That's a 1-for-1. Now, Assume picks up the kill, but look at who died on RA. It was Le Yen. So Weibo Gaming, if they find another, it could lead to something like the Baron.
Yeah, so smite down for Rare Adam, which means that they can't go across anywhere else. But what this does mean is that, think about a minute ago, Assume was sat under his inner tower. He couldn't push up anywhere. Even in the 1-for-1, they have the HP and they have the cooldowns to push up and take the mid tower of Weibo. That's actually a pretty good trade for Rare Atom. Now they can maybe, again, start incrementally pushing that vision forwards and stopping Weibo from spotting them out before they make their plays. That's been keeping them in the game so far. Assume getting extra gold, also kind of terrifying. Weibo, as a result of this, they're not content to just let Rare Atom take these small advantages. Okay. They want to go desperate. They want to take power.
He's got the Glacial Prison again, but here comes Assume down the mid lane, now spotted out yet again. After he clears this wave, Chemtech Soul on the horizon for Weibo if they can find
it.
They
just saw him go invis.
Again, there's the engage. Here comes Assume out of the invisible into the spray yet again. And he's ready to pray. Look at the range. Rat-a-tat-tat! How about that? Luoyan following up. He's already burned the ulti, but for RA, they move into River with confidence because Assume is untouched and living his best life.
Xiaohu has one last chance to make this a game-winning play, but there's so much HP on Assume from the Titanic, it's very difficult to cut through him. Rare Adam, they might just have done it. This could be the breaking point. They hit the 4 items on their Twitch, they use it as soon as they hit that power spike, and Weibo, for all of their efforts in trying to deny Rare Adam this extended run down mid, they finally give over to Rare Adam. Passer is still dead. Twitch with the blade, with the Kraken Slay, going to do lots of Baron damage himself. This Sejuani is not going to be here for a steal.
I mean, Contaminate is going to do so much. The Venom is going to be insane for burning it down. Xiaohu, the hero, light as well. The TP in, but it's smited down. However, the root is massive. The root is massive. He hops away, though. Timing not great. The hostile takeover is good, though. It gets Southwind and Strive on the back end, too. Now for a Twitch is down! He was frontlining! Down goes the rat! The Black Plague is all gone. As Weibo Gaming cleansed the town. A triple over to Xiaohu. And just like that, we go from rat-a-tat-tat to back at it for Weibo Gaming.
Elation for Weibo, and honestly, desolation for not just Rare Adam, but for BLG. With death timers like this, with late game champions like this, with all of their full builds, this should be at least the first game going the way of Weibo, and that's all they need. They only needed to pick up one Nexus. They're barreling down towards it.
A single Nexus. The timer on Southwind has got to come up, but Assume won't be there. The Shy jumps in and Southwind tries with his heart out to keep the game going, but Weibo Gaming have done it. They will secure 4th place in the split. They will secure the 3rd round start. And for WBG, that means only one BO5 to get themselves into double elimination.
One step closer to the Guardian Angel of that double elimination, which would be, of course, very, very valuable for any of the teams going later into those playoffs. If you finish top 2, of course, you immediately get seeded into those, but top 4 is by no means a poor performance from this spring split. Weibo, Lincoln, you missed it in that game. They were pretty much behind for as soon as that Twitch left laning phase. That was a very strange game to kind of play out in terms of the mid and late game. And as we said, it feels like in every series that Weibo play, they have at least one of these games where they go stupidly late game.
We've got Flash this time. Luoyan and Turret. Southwind and Turret. Turret ramping. What are you doing?
Guys?
Southwind. Is he going to end Flash for Flash? Southwind. Now the Shy's kiting it back. Him versus the world. Quickness. Over the wall. Leave me alone. Leave the Shy alone.
It's going to cost them a Herald on the other side. They wasted a solid minute trying to take down the Shy on this bottom side of the map. It's not even going to get them like a huge amount of farm. You don't have turret plays to take. You're not even going to finish up that tower. Cube's not going to stick around from that. He's going to probably recall on that bottom side of the map. He finally starts channeling that. I am questioning the real value of that play.
I am too. Luoyan flashing, that ain't it. Shadow Surge off the cooldown. Xiaohu flashes back over, but Surge going to be held on for the time being. Is he even going to throw it regardless? I guess he just doesn't care, doesn't want to go back in. There it is. Does land on Southwind, but the target's going to go regardless. Want to end this with a bang, and R-Ray just keep being fuel for the foddering. Southwind running for his life. The Shy does that
go for it.
Boomerang. Oh, the minion. Southwind, yes. Thumbs up. Oh my god, he's angry at life.
The Shy finally gets the chance to turn things around. Now it's my playground, my side lane. It's Meganar now. Strive does have the Mimic. The Stalk can probably get away with that. Very hard to shut down that LeBlanc, of course. And yeah, I mean, after this play, again, we're winding down to what looks like to be a Weibo Gaming, bringing them to a likely 11-6 series scoreline. This is a team which always had that potential. We've had a couple of teams which have, of course, been given that moniker of super team. Top esports and JDG first and foremost.
Tries for Chris, he'll get him, but they're on a rampage, ready to end the series here. They'll end their regular season with a split. And in our final series of the LPL 2023 Spring, it's Weibo who stand tall, who lock in 4th seed, and will be starting in round 3 of playoffs. We got a lot to look forward to here, as we're about to head into the most intense part of this spring split.
All that's left now is that brief kind of intake of breath before the plunge that is playoffs. It's such a relentless schedule coming up ahead of them, so we have a bit of a lighthearted moment in that third game. Had some fun in the early game, had some incredibly back and forth skirmishes across the map.
Yeah.
Good question.